I was just browsing. Um, I was just browsing Reddit today, and I stumbled upon this video, and I thought this is. I've heard this argument so many times, uh, so often, and it's never been expressed more idiotically. But the sentiment of what's expressed is still identical to what other people are saying. Americans are fucking morons in general. Because they are cucked to the establishment media, and they have been brainwashed by right wingers for decades by now. So much so that they believe they shouldn't be allowed to have healthcare, more or less. This dude was on some bullshit, and I just happened to stumble upon it. As you see, I'm not even. Join. I'm not even a part of this community. It's just recommended to me by the powers that be. But it's also been removed because I don't think it fits on our face palm really. But that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Let's listen to what this dude has to say, and let me discuss it.
Healthcare should be free. Healthcare is a human right. It is a human necessity, and as such, it should be provided for free.
Perfectly reasonable take. What the person means isn't that anyone should provide you healthcare whenever you feel like it. What the person means isn't that you have a right to demand healthcare from anyone. What the person means is that you have a right to seek healthcare from a hospital, and that you shouldn't have to pay out of pocket. That's it. Perfectly reasonable. Expressed as a human right, sure, why not? I have a human right to life. Healthcare is a part of life. So why don't I have a right to healthcare?
It isn't, and even you don't think it is. Allow me to explain.
Yes, I do.
Let's look at a scenario. You got a doctor and a guy seeking the services of that doctor for free. The doctor refuses to give this guy services for free. So that person points a gun at the doctor and threatens him to provide those services for free. Now, I'm fairly certain you would agree that the person violating rights in that scenario is the person threatening the doctor.
Yeah, because you can't threaten people. Because a doctor also has a right to life. Of course you can't threaten people.
Now, I'm pretty sure you'd say, well, that's not what I'm advocating for. I don't want the doctor to be a slave. Okay, let's modify that scenario. So let's add a third person to this scenario. The doctor refuses the services, so now the guy that's seeking the services turns to the random third dude and says, okay, you're going to be the one that pays the doctor. And the guy goes, well, I don't want to pay the doctor. So he pulls out his gun and threatens the guy to pay the doctor. Now, I hope you would agree that once again, the guy pointing the gun is the one violating rights. If so, then even you don't think healthcare is a right. If not, then you got some weird thinking going on.
Okay. Let's see here. Human rights. What are human rights? Article 1. All human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. That's not what I'm interested in. Perfectly reasonable. But if you don't own property, can you take a gun and demand property from someone? Of course not. But why not? It's a right. Why can't I point my gun at someone and tell them to give me their property? They have so much property. Why can't I do it? Because you don't have a right to point a gun at people. Now, human right or healthcare as a right is similar to having a right to a lawyer. You can't point a gun at a lawyer and demand they represent you. That's not how that works. But you have a right to a lawyer. It's not that hard to understand, but fucking Americans who listen to Ben Shapiro and Rush Limbaugh all seem to think that it's about violence and enslaving people. Enslaving people. That's not what this is about at all. Also,
Now, I'm pretty sure
this guy, the red hat, and you're spewing this type of shit. I'm pretty sure you want to have a MAGA hat, but you're too afraid to have it. Admit it. Anyway, I just found this interesting. I just found this hilarious. Hilarious.